the concept of integration of knowledge is related to the paradigm of Tawhid. As you know, Tawhid is the basis for Islamic Aqidah, is the basis for the Islamic civilization, Islamic culture. So we need to see how our integration efforts relate to Tawhid. Now, Tawhid al-Rububiyyah, which says there is one creator for the whole world, is the center of Islam as a religion and as a civilization. Now, Tawhid al-Rububiyyah means there is only one creator for the whole universe and its contents. Therefore, if the creator is one, the universe is integrated. There is one creator. It means the various things that he created must integrate with one another because they are from one creator. There's a lot of evidence that Tawhid al-Rububiyyah, that is only one creator in the cosmos. Yani, you find it fil afaq or fi anfusikum. There is a lot of evidence, and we are asked to look for this evidence and understand. And that's what I think study of science is actually a way to Iman. Because as you dig deeper in science, you see all of this evidence about Tawhid al-Rububiyyah, and you become a stronger believer. There is one creator for matter, energy, and physical and social laws. So everything that governs life is called a sunan. Sunan, whether they are physical or social, and whether it is matter or energy, all have got one creator. And this is the extra thing. The creator made laws. They are called as-sunan al-ilahiyya. He made laws that control the relationship among various things, sunan al-kawn. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has got laws, sunanullah fi khalq al-insan, that regulate, like our body. Our body, it doesn't operate by chance. There is clear regulation of the heart, of the respiration, of the digestion, because Allah created laws, physical laws that control those things. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created physical laws in the cosmos. You see the sun and the moon, they move around in defined orbits. They move around in defined orbits because those are the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He created. And also Allah created laws, social laws about how society should live. Now, so when we do research, we're trying to understand phenomena and also the laws that govern their interaction. You want to understand life, you want to understand energy, you want to understand movement, but also the laws that govern these interactions. Those laws actually are also what we call the laws of causality, because what governs the relationship between heat and food being cooked is a law. It's a law of causality. So basically, science is about studying causes of things, which are the sunan. And then after that, Allah gave humans a unique ability, which He didn't give to anybody else. The angels don't have this ability. Animals don't have this ability. Angels and animals cannot manipulate their environment. But we humans, we can manipulate the laws of causality, either to bring benefit or to prevent harm. So now we have talked about Tawhid al-Rububiyyah, the unity of creation, which leads to unity of the physical and social laws that govern the world. Now we want to relate this to integration of knowledge. Now, all disciplines of knowledge must be integratable. Why? Because all disciplines study phenomena created by the same creator. Okay? who create the physical and social laws. That's why when you are doing research in medicine, you need to integrate with history, with sociology, with psychology. You need to integrate with Quran, with the Sunnah. Why? Because all these different disciplines of knowledge all describe things that Allah created. And because the creator is one, these disciplines must integrate. They must come together because they are dealing with the same subject matter. It did happen that historically, nobody talked about the need for integration because the scholars a long time ago were encyclopedic. They knew everything. Galileo, for example, was an astrologer, astronomer, a physicist, an engineer, and a polymath. Ibn Sina was a physician, an astronomer, and a philosopher. So ancient scholars automatically integrated because they specialized in various things. But when knowledge became wider, specialization became necessary because there's too much knowledge. Nobody could both be a physician and an astronomer because medicine was very big, wide. Astronomy became very wide. So people had to specialize. And when they specialized, then the integration of disciplines was lost because now people had narrow specializations and did not integrate with other branches of knowledge. And that's how we got into trouble. People who specialized in chemical engineering created chemicals that polluted the environment because they didn't know about the biology of the environment. So specialization created many problems because we could no longer integrate and consider problems in an integrated way. Now it became necessary to start integrating branches of knowledge now after the excesses of specialization. Our problem today is we really need integration because we make an achievement in one area and cause harm in another area. Nobody looks at things in an integrated fashion. For example, there is the issue of rights. People fight a lot for the rights of children, rights of women, alhamdulillah. We succeed in that. But then we lose the family and its discipline at the same time because you follow one item and do not think about other items. So integration is a necessity in our life. Now, integration in essence, what we're talking about, means using all the sources of knowledge in resolving a specific problem. So this is a multidisciplinary approach. You have got a problem, you have to use all available sources of knowledge to solve that problem. Now, when we talk about the Islamic integration of knowledge, okay, we talk about using knowledge from sources like Quran and Sunnah as part of the solution of societal problems. When we do not use this knowledge and depend only on secular knowledge, we get all the problems that we are facing today. Now, the Islamic worldview is integrative and synthetic. We want to put things together to integrate various understandings in solving a problem. But the predominant European worldview, in my opinion, is analytic. The European worldview understands by analyzing, by breaking things apart, by disintegrating and understanding the component parts. And they do very well in understanding the components, but they do not understand the whole. Our worldview is integrative. We look at the whole. We don't look at the parts. Like what I said about rights of women and children, if you pursue them without thinking about the rights of the whole family, you get into many of the problems that we are facing today in modern society. So there is this big difference between the Islamic worldview and the Western worldview. What we are looking for is actually, we are looking at integration of the sources of knowledge. When you are faced with a problem in psychology, in sociology, you must use all the sources of knowledge. So the Islamic integration of knowledge is using both the transmitted knowledge, ilm naqli, and rational empirical knowledge, ilm aqli, in solving problems. So Islamic integration of knowledge arose as a reaction to the secularization of the education system, because the education system made only empirical knowledge the source of knowledge and education, and it ignored the transmitted knowledge through revelation. We want to correct this problem in our society in Pakistan and many other Muslim societies, because if we do not correct this, we will run into more and more problems. Basically, ilm naqli, transmitted knowledge, and ilm aqli, there is no contradiction between them. If anybody thinks there is a contradiction, that's apparent. Either they do not understand the empirical observation correctly, or the human intellectual deficiency prevents them from correct interpretation. The two do not contradict one another, inshallah. So I think I will stop here about how Tawhid relates to integration of knowledge. Assalamu alaikum.